All right, so I kind of just want to talk about your environment for a few minutes here. Um, so yeah, just talking about environment. A lot of people sit there and wonder, like, why their life isn't changing, why they're not getting to the goals that they want to get to, and forget to take a step back and really look at the environment that they're in, the people that they're around, the nature that they're around, like the situations they're around, the people they're around, the nature they're around. All this stuff matters. The type of food that's around them, what's in their dorm room, you know, things that they have access to that may be influencing them more than they think that it might even be. And that's the same thing, like, I've noticed for myself too, is just the environment, like everything that surrounds me, from schooling to friends to sports to nutrition to gym, it all matters. To music, the types of stuff you're listening to makes a huge impact as well. And you hear all the time, but like, if you want to change your life, you gotta change your environment. And it's so true. The second you start putting yourself in a place, in an environment that supports your growth, that has tools that could, you know, like grow the seeds of your growth. That stuff is so important. It's so important. Like, I'm trying to get to a new level right now, and I'm just trying to change my environment. I'm trying to change the stuff that I'm listening to. I'm trying to change the foods that I'm around. Like, for example, like, if you want to stop eating a lot of sugary foods, okay, that's one thing to say it, but then how are you going to do that? How are you going to change it? What are the actions you're going to take to do that? Okay, well, I have sugary foods in my room. All right, let me hide them so I don't see them all the time and I'm tempted to go and eat them. You know, like, just steps like that. Changing your environment. Okay, I want to be more motivated. I want to be more productive. All right, so instead of listening to some of this BS music, let me listen to some motivational talks. Let me listen to some podcasts when I'm walking to class or when I'm walking to go get some food. And just constantly being surrounded by a good environment, constantly being surrounded by a positive environment is so important for growth. Because it's like a cycle, like, it's exactly like a cycle. If you are around positive things, if you're around a positive environment, your actions are gonna start to become positive. Your words are gonna start to become positive. And then it's a loop. Okay, my actions are positive. All right, I'm getting better results. I'm working harder, and I'm still continuing to surround myself in a good environment, so that more good actions happen, more good thoughts happen. It's the same thing if you're in a bad environment. Certain things there's certain things you can't control, but there's certain things, environmental things that you can't control. And it's like, all right, it's another cycle again. If you're in a bad environment, you start making bad choices. You start having bad thoughts. And then what happens? You have bad actions because you're in a bad environment. So it just keeps, it's a loop. So in order to kind of get out of that loop and start making changes and start improving, you got to get yourself in a positive environment. You got to start making choices that are going to have you in that positive environment so that you can get in that loop. And it's just about consistency too. Like, if you're not, because that's the biggest thing, like, for me at least, is consistently being and putting myself in a good environment. Like, for one example, like, I'm just trying to change the things that I'm listening to. So when I'm on my way to class, or when I'm on my way to go get food, I'm on my way to the gym or whatever, instead of listening to music, I'll just be listening to people talk about self-improvement. And so that's the only thing I'm hearing. And I'm walking a lot during the day. I'm walking to and from places a lot because I don't got a car out here. But I'm listening to these positive things, and it's only reinforcing the things in my head. It's only reinforcing the positive thoughts that are going on about my environment and how I have to get after it, and I have to lock in, and I have to change my environment. All types of things. And like, I'm only 19, but it's like, man, I'm starting to figure some of this stuff out, and I'm starting to apply it day by day. I'm starting to really apply this stuff day by day. And right now it's what, like 5:40 a.m. walking to our team lift right now. But this is what's another thing, like surrounding yourself in your environment, the people that you're around. Oh my, that's such a big thing too. If you got people who are constantly bringing you down, people who don't believe in you or don't want to see you win, and you're letting those people be in your circle of influence or holding you back from the things you're trying to do, bad environment. And then what happens as a result of that? You start making bad choices. You're not as productive. You're not getting after it. You start making excuses, all types of things. And then it just leads to more and more of that same stuff. So that's just why it's so important, your environment. I'm glad I got to talk about this. I might make another video on it. But that's it for now. Peace.